witches, Chrissy here. Wow, first week of public hearings. I had a look at the reading I did last week because I thought, I'm pretty sure I thought it would be pretty boring, and it doesn't look like that's what I said. I said there would possibly be a tower moment, and yeah, so wow. If that's what week one has brought us, what is week two going to bring us? And also these two extra witnesses, Peter Holmes, who flew in from Kiev to give his statement behind closed doors and will be in a public hearing next week, and Mark Sandy from the Office of Management and Budget. Apparently he signed some of the letters halting the deal and all that. So, and he has actually he's actually testifying against the wishes of the White House. They said, no, you can't testify. And he said, well, bugger you, I'm going to. So much to look at. First thing I'm going to do is do a quick prayer, which I haven't done yet. So, Universal Spirit. Reach out to your energy and ask for a sphere of protection to be placed over this house, myself, my husband and our 4 babies. I ask the sphere of protection keep away any negative energy into ill intent and allow only positive and loving energy to grow within. I ask for similar spheres of protection to be placed over family, friends and their loved ones, including faith bodies, wherever they may be in the world. Universal Spirit, I ask for access to wisdom and knowledge, the Akashic records, and wire forms of knowledge. I do this without agenda, rank or will, but need to find clarity, insight and objectivity into the questions I may pose. Okay, that is in brief my prayer. I often add a bit in the middle about a sphere of goodwill and positive energy around the globe, but I didn't want to bore you to death with it, but that's basically my prayer. So where do we start? I think we might look at how Trump is feeling first. Now, I'm going to be uploading several videos, so I'm going to look at where Trump is first, and I'm going to use one of my favourites, the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore, with illustrations by Ali Fell, a wonderful artist. The Queen of Cards is actually an illustration he did of his wife, the Queen of Cups there. So now I have reversals in these decks, so I've got my cheat sheet up here. I'm getting pretty good with the reversals, but sometimes I still like to double check. And if I want any clarifiers, I'm going to use the Dreams of Gaia deck, which is a lovely little deck, beautiful imagery. Haven't used them for main readings yet, and there's a couple of extras in there, and I've got a little book set aside because they've thrown a couple of extra major arcana in and stuff. It can. So let's have a look. I'll do a cross on Trump. No, I'll do an overview on Trump. An overview on Trump. So, Donald Trump. How is he, of all the stupid things to do, line yourself up for an article impeachment of impeachment on live television in real time. Anyway, how is Donald Trump feeling this weekend after the first week of public hearings? How is Trump feeling this weekend after the first week of public hearings? That flew out. 8 of Cups. I don't want to be here. I'm going to pack my little wagon and go away. Contemplating it. I've been contemplating it for a long time, apparently, but that was bad shuffling, that one, so I just shuffle a couple more. Donald Trump after week one of the public hearings. Two of Wands. He's trying to re-establish his dominion over what he sees as his kingdom, and he does see America as his kingdom, him as the king. So he's trying to re-establish that and stand up and say, I can do what I want, I can say what I want. Yeah, he can do and say what he wants, but you know, he can say what he wants. He has freedom of speech, he's very correct. But if that freedom of speech is held as intimidating by other people, then it's a problem. Now, the situation with Donald Trump, the hanged man. Oh, he's feeling like a martyr. In this instance, that's exactly it. You know, the hanged man is often seen as the sacrifice. He's feeling like a martyr. I have sacrificed my business, my private life, everything for this country, and this is how they're treating me. That's how he's feeling. Current influences on him, 6 of Swords. He's having a bit of a bumpy ride. He's not handling it very well. And he's making it turbulent for those around him as well. So, yeah. That's current influences on him at the moment. He's feeling it. He's feeling martyred, and he's having a bit of a bumpy ride. So if he's got to go through hell, he's going to take other people with him. I think that's just the way he feels. What's over his head? What is he thinking about? The 10 of Wands. Woe is me. Woe is me. I carry the burden of the country and nobody appreciates it. This is what's on his mind. This is what's above him. This is what he's thinking about and talking about, you know. I've done the best ever job, best ever this, best ever that. I've carried the burdens of this nation and turned it around, and look how you're treating me. Yeah. He's being a bit of a drama queen. What's in his immediate future? Oh, what's coming at him in the next couple of days? More stuff. What is it? The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Well, outrageous fortune is definitely going to be visiting him again soon. He's in for even more stuff to come flying at him. I wouldn't be surprised if more people fly or come in who heard the phone call in the cafe to back up what Mark Holmes has said. Mark Holmes? Or Peter Holmes. Peter Holmes has said. What is he not trying to think about? What's he trying to... Oh, this is the victory card, but it's the victory card reversed. 6 of Wands reverse is deserved success not happening. He's feeling his progress is being frustrated and delayed, and a significant defeat is possible. So he knows. I'm going to latch onto the last line of that. Significant defeat is possible. He knows that they've got him by the short and curlies. He knows. And he just does not want to think about it. He knows that he's going to be defeated in this. And he's not thinking about it. He's just trying not to think about it. In the recent past with him, the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. He's been ambitious, he's been unrealistic, and he's realising that he's going to fail. He's realising that he's going to fail. Page of Pentacles in reverse is you're bound to fail, and I think he's starting to realise that in just the last few days, because this will be the recent past, as we're just looking over how he's feeling after last week. What's the next step for him? Oh, he's 5 of Pentacles. He's feeling out in the cold. He's in a terrible situation. He's got no money, no spiritual backup, no friendship, no support. People are abandoning him. People are abandoning him. And his dreams of re-establishing dominion are just not going to happen. Yeah. I'll do a clarifier on the out in the cold. I think that's with that tweet that turned a lot of people against him. 7 of Wands. Yeah, he's had to stand up. You know, he was asked about it and he had to stand up and defend his actions. He's had to defend himself over it, and he's going to have to continue to defend himself. Swords, 4 of Swords. This person's got a clock on them, and I just saw the clock, and the first thought that came to mind was time is running out for him to retire with dignity. Withdraw with dignity. 4 of Swords is about withdrawing, taking a step back, withdraw with dignity. Time's running out for him for that. Let's have a look at the 6 of Swords. What's influencing him currently? Swords again. 9 of Swords. Oh yes, anxiety. No, that's the 11 of Swords. That is 11 of Swords in Gaia deck. Or air. 8 of air. 10 of air. 11 of air. Body and mind. Imagination, reality, fact, opinion. How is your mind affecting your body? The anxiety. It's not doing his health any good. It's suffering too, because it's all getting to him. It's getting to him mentally, and his health is suffering from it. So I would say overall that Donald Trump is not reacting well to the first week of public hearings. Surprise, surprise in that. He is feeling very much like a martyr, like I've done all this for you, and you know, I should be remembered forever as, you know, as being sacrificed to the gods of the deep state or whatever. But people are abandoning him. He's got stuff coming in very, very quickly at him, very, very quickly, and whatever that stuff is, it's going to cause people to turn their backs from him. No support. He's going to have to defend himself again, and time's running out. Time is running out. Now I'm just going to pause this very quickly, and I'm going to do 2 very quick readings using the same deck on Peter Holmes's testimony, which we know some of what he said, and Mark Sandy's, which they haven't released anything yet about what Mark Sandy yet, but I'm going to have a look at how both of those will affect the hearings. Okay, so I am back, and as I said, if you've watched any coverage or highlights from the hearings, you would of course have seen the wonderful Marie Yovanovitch. She'll be okay, and what a woman, what a wonderful woman. Such dignity and poise in the face of such childish and ridiculous behaviour, not only on the part of the president but on the part of some of the Republicans. I do like the little dig she gave at one, because, you know, before every Republican spoke to her after that, they were like, thank you for your service. And then when one said, well, you do understand that the president, you know, can you know, hire and fire ambassadors as he pleases. She goes, well, firstly, thank you for your service. And then, yeah, because I understand that, but I don't see why he needs to smear me. So that, I think, was a dig at the Republicans. I'm sure of it. I just, you know. So now the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to look firstly at Peter Holmes. his testimony, and then I'm going to have a quick look at Mark Sandy. So I think I might do two side-by-side photographs. So let's have a look. Peter Holmes and Mark Sandy's testimonies. Peter Holmes and Mark Sandy's testimony. Peter Holmes and Mark Sandy's testimony. So, 10 of Cups. Cup runneth over. The Republican Party. This is the Republican Party. It's going to have an impact on some members of the Republican Party. Okay, so Peter Holmes, Mark Sandy. That's the first card. So, hello, we have a reversal up already. Peter Holmes, strength. Peter Holmes, strength in the reverse. His testimony weakened a lot of the argument. It weakened the argument that Trump didn't know what these guys were doing, that these guys were being free agents, and he didn't know they were working behind the scenes and having extra meetings. He just thought, you know, that weakened that. Totally weakened that. Sorry, just around. A couple of reversals here as well. Okay, so Peter Holmes, he's totally weakened the case, the argument that these guys were going behind Trump's back. The challenge for the Republicans is to not throw themselves over a cliff in blind faith. They keep following Trump and doing what, you know, and keep going with him and defending him and just acting in blind faith, which they're not. They're going to walk themselves over a cliff, and they have to stop that. The equal challenge for Democrats is to not grab onto this as the lodestone that's going to solve all their problems as well. And they could be, you know, and not walk themselves over a cliff by saying, that's it. What's present? 5 of Swords. This is in the present. It can be victory without honour. Holmes didn't think he had anything relevant to say, which is why he didn't put his hand up. But he doesn't necessarily feel like a hero for doing it. He just did what he had to do. And, you know, but he's holding on to his integrity. That's what it is. That's why he didn't. He's not acting out of self-interest. So he is acting out of integrity, and that is what is so important here. He heard them complaining about no first-hand accounts, and he knew what he had to do, and he did it. At the base of all this is judgment. It's just another thing that's going to add to the judgment. Some people are going to judge him for coming forward, but they shouldn't. Yeah, he's doing the right thing, and that's how history's going to view him and judge him as someone who did the right thing. someone with integrity and did the right thing. And it's gonna, you know, and as for adding to the case, it's not going to make it any easier to find Trump not guilty. Oh, the future, the world, the end of the cycle. This is, his testimony is going to add to the case, add to the strength of the case and weaken the strength of the defence, and it's going to, I think, maybe speed up things a little bit. And it's brought the world's attention to the situation now. Not that it wasn't already there, but even more so. Yeah. And it's definitely leading to a completion of certain things happening in Ukraine, I think. I think they're going to be looking at Ukraine and bringing a few things to an end, but nothing bad. No, I'm not meaning aid or anything, but yeah, I just think it's going to make changes in Ukraine. Anyway, that is Peter Holmes. He's acted with integrity. He'll be judged that way, and his testimony will help bring about the completion of everything. Mark Sandy, Page of Swords. Disappointing news for the Trump crew that he went in and testified, and they're viewing him as a bit of a spy in the camp. And I don't think he's too bothered by that. What is the challenge for the Trump crew? Oh, Tower reversed. Tower reversed. Downfall, restriction, negativity, lack of desire, secretive, inability to resolve issues. Whatever he says, it's it's not good for the Trump thing, for the Trump camp, whatever he's had to say. The present, what it means for the present, this is wish fulfillment. I think he's come along with things that directly tie Trump to stalling the payments, maybe. That's what people are wishing for, hoping for, and I think that may be the case. It might not. Okay. What's at the base of the issue? Four of Pentacles. Clinging, security. But, you know, he's putting his career on the line here. So he's putting his future security on the line. And hopefully that won't be the case. Okay? So, but, you know, there are definitely going to be some in that administration who are just going to make life hell for him. And, yeah. Okay. And the future. Two of Wands, but reversed. Now, we had the Two of Wands on Trump's thing, so reverse Two of Wands, and he can't make a stagnation, too worried about making the wrong choice. He's it's going to make things harder for the defense, the Republican defense. It's going to make it harder for them to make the right choice, and it's going to, that along with Peter Holmes' testimony, it's going to bring a lot of Trump's defenders. It's going to bring their case for defense to a screeching halt, and you know, and stagnating. That it's just going to make it so hard for them to actually make a decision on what to do. I think they're going to be flapping around for a day or so. I don't think it'll be much more than that, but yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of Republicans spending the weekend doing a lot of my flap. So that's my reading on how the testimony of those two gentlemen may have affected. I mean, they're both acting with integrity. They're both. I don't think Sandy really realised what was going on when he signed that letter, and he's not happy. Look, he's not happy, and yeah, so he's like, well, stuff you and your orders. I'm going to tell the truth. So anyway, I'm going to stop this now. Hey, Cameo, and I will be back soon to do a reading on this week's hearings. Bye bye. Love you all.